Hi everyone, welcome to another episode of Teed Up. First of all, you'll see the T there. I just want to say a big thanks to, I could say a friend of the pod, but just friend in general, a friend away from the internet, Paul, who sent this because he said he wanted to say there's actually T in it. So cheers, Paul. I hope you enjoy this one. Right, this was going to be a one where we're going to be examining a DH gate versus a real jersey to see the difference. But there's been a bit of a change. So I want to talk about Cole Anthony. This is not, I promise you, if you've looked through them, it is not a Cole Anthony YouTube channel / podcast. That's not what it is. You probably think that, and you can understand why, if you do, because a lot of the videos this season have been me singing the praises of Cole Anthony. Okay, there is a reason for that. I think it is about time that there is a serious conversation goes on here about how good Cole Anthony is. Okay, um, I think right now, based on what's happened this season, we have to be talking about Cole Anthony in the most improved player category as a flaw, as a start of what it is. And I don't say that easily as a Magic fan, because if you've spoken to Magic fans, we've been through the cycle of Aaron Gordon, where is this the season where Aaron breaks out? There's some great games, a streak, and then it regresses, and then you're kind of like, is next season the season when Aaron breaks out, and so on. And that's nothing against Aaron Gordon. I quite liked him when he played for Orlando. So I'm going to be looking at my phone a little bit because I've been saving my research on there today when I've been out and about. And I want to start off with the UK bookmakers. Okay, so for betting stakes. So for right now, the favourite for NBA Most Improved Player of the Year is Charlotte's Miles Bridges. Fair enough. Okay, we've got Ja Morant in at second, Tyler Hero in at third, DeJounte Murray in at fourth, and Jordan Poole and Cole Anthony tied at fifth. Okay, so we're just going to go through a few things, just add a little bit of colour. I've seen some of Miles Bridges this season anyway, so I'm going to flick to his stats first. Bridges is averaging 22.5 points per game, 7.4 rebounds, 3.4 assists, and from the stats tracker I've got, he's positive 31st in efficiency rating. Okay, Miles Bridges, I think right now you can make the case that probably is the favourite. He's massively upped his game from last season. He's benefiting hugely from playing with LaMelo Ball. I do not think there is a huge surprise that Miles Bridges' name is in the conversation, okay? And no one should begrudge Miles Bridges that, okay? Secondly, if we flick on, so I'm flicking through here, I've got Ja Morant. Now, for me, I thought Ja Morant really arrived last season. I can understand why people would say most improved. However, let's not kid ourselves. We already knew what Ja Morant was doing last season. 25.2 points per game, which is good enough for 10th in the NBA, 5.6 rebounds, 7.1 assists, and again, healthy efficiency 23.63. Okay. Should Ja Morant be in the conversation? Why not? But I would say Ja Morant's in a wider conversation here, and the conversation really is who is the best rookie from the Zion class, him or Ja Morant. And right now, you would say Ja Morant, and you'd be talking about Ja Morant as an all-star. I think Ja Morant's arrived, and I think Ja Morant arrived last year, as I've said. And for me, I'm looking at players who are emerging, who are breaking out to be this most improved player. Okay, so another name on the list we have is DeJounte Murray. 17.6 points a game, 8.1 rebounds, great. 8.3 assists, again, healthy efficiency, 20.60. You know, Murray's been a name that's been on, I think, last season. People were talking about DeJounte Murray breaking out. It seems to be happening this year. I saw Murray play against Orlando on Friday night, and yeah, he's a very, very good player, and he's worthy of being in the conversation. Jordan Poole, 18.4 points, 2.6 rebounds, 3.4 assists, 17.53 efficiency. I think from what I've seen, of Jordan Poole. He's grabbed the opportunity with both hands. He's came, like the back end of last season, people were talking about Poole. He's emerged this season, and it'll be interesting to see what happens with Jordan Poole when Klay Thompson returns from injury for Golden State. I don't think, if I'm being honest right now, I would not put Jordan Poole above Cole Anthony. Yeah, he might be ahead of him in the betting stakes. Golden State, best team in the NBA right now. Understandably, Golden State are getting more publicity than Orlando, but I'm not sure Jordan Poole's further along than Cole Anthony. That's just my view. Tyler Hero, he's playing very much a sixth man role right now for the Miami Heat. He's coming in at 21.3 points, 5.7 rebounds, 3.9 assists. Again, importantly, healthy efficiency, 19.72. Tyler Hero is an interesting one because he got this perhaps unfair tag as being a bubble player and someone who didn't make the leaps that were seen last season. And this season he came in and it was like, well, is Tyler Hero all that? Well, I think we know now Tyler Hero is all that. I think Tyler Hero will win the NBA Six Man Award this year. I selected Tyler Hero for my fantasy basketball team for a reason. That was the reason, and I think that will continue. And the only way it won't continue is if Tyler Hero there's injuries happening in Miami and Tyler Hero steps into the starting lineup. Then maybe the conversation for awards will change. Cole Anthony, which we're going to come to, very much compares favourably against these players. So I think at the start of the season, there was people maybe seeing Cole Anthony might be the odd man out in Orlando. I think the Orlando Magic are Cole Anthony's team right now, and I don't see why that should change going forward. However, some more interesting statistical categories. So if we look at Cole, so I'm just flicking through here, 20.2 points per game, 7.1 rebounds. Now, Cole's listed at 6 feet 3 inches tall. I'm not 100% sure if he is that unless it's in shoes. Huge for a point guard, and 5.2 assists. Efficiency, which was what people's criticisms were of Cole when he was at the UNC and when he was in his first year, is pretty good actually. It's 20.30. That is important because Cole was seen as someone who would get points but in an inefficient way. That is not happening. We're first of all seeing the clutch Cole Anthony. So this is something which we saw last year in flashes. Last night, Orlando's playing against the Utah Jazz. Utah are, for my money, the best regular season team in the NBA. Utah are up on Orlando. Then fourth quarter, and it wasn't just Cole Anthony, Wendell Carter, RJ Hampton, Gary Harris, and the fourth huge other Magic players like Mo Bamba through the game played their role. However, in the fourth quarter, Cole Anthony led that fight back. He had two thunderous dunks, and basically he stepped up and made the big shots in the game, particularly in the fourth quarter when the Magic needed it. And that is the sign for me of a player who is A, leading a team, B, is starting to become the face of the franchise. His post-game interview, I think, summed it all up with Cole when they asked him about, his performance, and he started passing it around and saying, well, look at what Mo Bamba did, look at what RJ Hampton did, look at what Gary Harris did, look at what Wendell did, and just spread it out there. Great leadership. Crowd chanting MVP. Didn't want to hear about that. Said chant for me when I deserve those chants, and I hope that one day that happens. Who knows? However, the conversation now is a Cole Anthony is, in my opinion, and in the UK bookmakers' opinions, in the conversation for most improved player, and is not just this name of, he's going to be the odd man out in Orlando in the guard rotation. I don't think so. All right. Now, just to hammer home that point though, remember Cole Anthony's draft class. Cole Anthony was drafted in the same class as LaMelo Ball. LaMelo, 20 points, 5.8 rebounds, 6.6 assists, 23.54 efficiency. Those stats aren't that different. There are areas where Cole, like rebounds, is ahead of LaMelo, and he's currently slightly ahead of a guy who's probably going to be an all-star this season in points as well. Another guy who is worth flagging up, De'Aaron Fox, Fox has been seen as, would he be equal value in a Ben Simmons trade? I think De'Aaron Fox is a great player personally. 18.1 points per game, 4 rebounds, 6.3 assists, and a lower efficiency rating than Cole Anthony. So De'Aaron Fox, borderline all-star, guy who could end up being traded for Ben Simmons. Tyrese Halliburton got ahead of Cole in the rookie ratings last year. All NBA rookie first team, 13.6 points, 3.5 rebounds, 5 assists, similar efficiency rating. So there's something starting to emerge here. But let's just go a little bit further. Am I saying Cole's better than this next player? No, I'm not. Because I think he's had a rough start of the season with Dame Lillard. 18.5 points, 3.8 rebounds, 8.5 assists, and a lower efficiency rating than Cole Anthony. And one more name I'm going to throw in and out here, who I think is being forgotten about by everyone, is Harrison Barnes. Harrison Barnes is not featuring on the bookie sites I've seen as a most improved player. 22.2 points, 9 rebounds, 2.8 assists, and a healthy 23.36 efficiency rating. So, how do we close this off then? Well, we close this off as follows. Through the opening games of the season, Cole Anthony has emerged as being seen as a bench player for the Magic, had a poor pre-season. I've seen YouTube channels questioning whether Cole Anthony reached his ceiling. Right now, Cole Anthony, from those statistical comparisons, and I know we are only early days of the season, but those statistical comparisons, one, Cole Anthony should and is in the UK anyway, by the bookies, in the most improved player conversations. That has to be, if this continues, I'm hoping that is going to hit stateside. I'm hoping the Magic are going to get some talk on ESPN seriously, and I'm not expecting that on the team record. I'm talking about Cole Anthony right now as the leader of the team. Secondly, if this keeps up in February, if Cole Anthony is a 21 points, healthy efficiency rating, still hauling down the rebounds, still the face of the Magic, does he make the All-Star team? Now, I'm not saying definitely, I'm saying should he be in the conversation? Right now, the answer is yes. And if you want to dispute that, as Cole Anthony said in his post-game presser last night, facts. Well, there they are. Let's see how it keeps up. Cole, absolutely excellent performance. Well done for the Magic and getting by the Utah Jazz. I was really pleased to see RJ Hampton getting some love at the end of the game, and also I was pleased to see the performance of Gary Harris in the fourth. I've been a bit critical of Gary Harris since he came to Orlando. I was pleased with the hustle that I saw then, the closing lineup on the floor. Coach Mosley keeping the guys who are in form in to close the game. Excellent win. Cole Anthony, absolutely outstanding. Most improved player. Keep it up, and let's hope we can get some all-star recognition.